So I was sitting up looking at an article, man, and I guess Mike Epps, the actor, was making some comments about SNAP benefits. And he was saying that, hey, it's a good thing for black people in the black community that these people lost their benefits. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. Hmm. You know, he used some arguments that a lot of people use that don't make any sense to me. First of all, he said that, a lot of these low income communities are food deserts. Okay. They don't have grocery stores, and people go in there and they buy a lot of junk food from the corner stores. Now, I've lived in some low income communities. I've lived in some middle class communities. I've never lived in a community without a grocery store. So I'm sorry. I mean, I'm not saying they don't exist. I'm saying I never lived in one. I never saw any community, any black community that I lived in that didn't have a grocery store or any options for healthy food. Okay. Um, and the funny thing is, if you look at I've worked in a lot of nice neighborhoods. They got the same junk, the same corner stores. They sell the same cookies and cakes and the same garbage. But we're very concerned about the low income poor people. Also, here's what doesn't make any sense to me. Okay. Why would getting rid of food stamps be the solution to dealing with the fact that you don't have enough grocery stores selling healthy food in these communities? Um, So since you don't have enough healthy stores in these communities, I'm gonna solve the problem by taking away your ability to buy food, huh? So I guess it will in a way take away the problem, because if you starve, you don't need no food. Okay, maybe I stand corrected here. It just it's mind boggling. Okay, if you want to solve the problem, you don't take away the SNAP benefits, you don't take away the food stamps. You say, okay, let's sit here and let's figure out how we can get more quality grocery stores in these certain income communities so they can buy healthy food. Okay. Taking away the food stamps is not going to help them. What, they going to starve to death? I mean, I know it's crazy to me, man. And honestly, here's my feelings. Okay. This has nothing to do with being concerned about poor people. Okay. This is people who don't like the food stamp program. They don't like it. They don't feel these people should have that money. Okay. And they want to get rid of it. So they want to sit up and come up with some type of complaint about it, start some type of, this is a serious debate. You know, they don't care about this stuff, man. They do not care about it. Um, why don't you sit up and worry about all these filthy rich corporations that are getting corporate welfare? Okay. People will sit up there and they'll worry about so much about what poor people are eating. Look, if some man or some woman wants to get up there and they want to go get cookies and cake all day long and they want to live off that, that's their business. Okay, that's their business. I don't care. I give homeless people money all the time. I don't sit up there and question them. Hey, what you gonna do with this $20 or this $40? You gonna buy something healthy with it? Because I'm not giving you this money if you're not. Hey, they begging for the money. If I have it, I give it to them. Okay, that's it. Okay, why are we micromanaging what poor people eat? Because I don't think these people really care about their health. Let's put it this way. How many of these people who are sitting up there complaining about what these people eat, eating garbage and junk food themselves? Okay. Why don't you go complain about all this corporate welfare? Complain about these tax breaks and subsidies and bailouts and all this other slop. Okay. Why don't you spend your time doing that? All right. Because you got a few people who will complain about that, but they won't go after them the way they go after these poor people. It's a crazy thing that the people in power have got up and told the middle class that the biggest problem and the biggest issue and the biggest drain on society is these poor people. Okay. We got to correct that. We got to deal with that. Okay. They the problem, not the people at the top. Okay. Not the people at the top who make all these rules and all these laws and not paying their fair share in taxes. Okay. They're the problem. Okay, these Republicans, these Democrats, these filthy, rich, fat cat corporations. Why do they have all these tax loopholes, man? Think about that. Who put all them loopholes in place? Your beloved politicians. Okay. Oh, the Democrats are the good guys. No, the Republicans are the good guys. No, they not. No, they not. Okay. It just depends on what issues you care about and what issues you don't care about. Both of them bad in their own different way. Um, but they've done a great thing, man. They've convinced the middle class that the poor people at the bottom are the problem. They the ones causing all the problems in society. They the one, oh, all our money's being spent on them. You know, they're the drain on society. It's not all these wars. It's not giving all this money to these other countries. It's not the fact that we stealing the money. No, 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 no. It's these poor people at the bottom. So that's why people get up there and they come up with all these different arguments um, to try and get rid of, stuff like the SNAP program. They debate we need to get rid of that. And then they dress up these arguments like there's some type of concern. It's not, okay? It's not. It's no concern for these people. Because if you think about it, well, food stamps help promote unhealthy food. No. Getting rid of the ability to buy food is not the solution, okay? You figure out how to get some more grocery stores in these communities or stores that sell more healthy food in these communities. You don't get rid of the ability to buy the food. I don't know, man. It shocks me in this country that people will sit up there and they'll try and express something. Oh, I'm trying to help this group of people. I want to make stuff more fair, and this isn't fair. And we got to make it more fair. We gotta help these people. It has nothing to do with that. It actually is. It's a hatred of the poor. It's a hatred of the minority. It's just it's like I'm gonna sit here and try and mask my hatred or disdain or dislike of people. I'm not gonna try and give you a helping hand to reach down and pull you up. Yeah, but it's just done to me, man. Okay. Like I said, if somebody want to sit up and eat cheeseburgers and cookies all day long with their food stamp money, that's their business. I'm not worrying about that. Like I said, I give homeless people money all the time. I don't sit up there and question them. What are you gonna do with this $20, buddy? Yeah, I'm giving you this $40, but what you gonna buy with it? Oh, because I'm not gonna give you this money. I know you out here starving on the street, but I ain't giving you this money unless you're gonna buy something healthy with it. Because you bet not be going in there to buy no potato chips and no pop or nothing. Buddy. Yeah, nobody does that, man. Just give them the money and keep it pushing. I can't get food stamps. Unfortunately, I make too much money that they won't give them to me. But I don't begrudge these people their little food stamps, man. I'm perfectly happy to work and have them take money out of my taxes to help people less fortunate than me. Like I said, it's just disgusting to me. And these so-called solutions, because it's a so-called solution, because it doesn't address getting rid of food stamps don't address the problem. So clearly you just hate low-income people. That's my opinion. Okay, but that's just my thoughts. Okay. And if you think getting rid of food stamps addresses people's ability to get healthy food, you pulling a Jedi mind trick on yourself. It doesn't make any sense. Okay, getting rid of the food stamps, SNAP, people losing their SNAP benefits doesn't address any problems. It doesn't somehow make these jobs pay more money. Okay, so people can afford better stuff. It doesn't somehow magically bring more grocery stores into these neighborhoods to sell healthy food. It doesn't do that anything at all. So what is this guy talking about? And I don't get what people are talking about. None of this stuff addresses the problem. It's just you're basically saying that I hate the less fortunate. That's all I'm hearing, man. What it really comes down to is the poor and the needy are easy targets for judgment because they are low hanging fruit. Okay. While we sit up here and we worship the 1%, we want, like I said, we let the 1%, the people at the top, turn us against the poor and the needy. Okay? Instead of working with them to realizing who's causing the majority of problems in this country. I say this one last thing. If you really want to solve the problem, you don't get rid of people's ability to buy food. Okay. Okay. What you need is more organic food stores in these neighborhoods. Okay. What's in a lot of these neighborhoods is chain grocery stores that are mainly processed food. Okay. I don't know about the vegetables. Someone told me that even the vegetables are processed. But either way it goes, um, food in those organic stores are double the price. I've went to a few of them before. They're almost double the price. They're very expensive, and a lot of people in these low income communities can't afford that. But getting rid of the food stamps is not going to help them afford that food. They can't buy it. They can't afford it. So you starve them out. No, if you want to get together some type of coalition and figure out how to get more organic food stores in these communities, great. Okay. But what these people are talking about is lunacy. Okay. Okay. Like I said, if you think that's a solution to the problem, you pulling a Jedi mind trick on yourself. Okay. That's just my thoughts.